Hi everybody, it's me, Kat. Normally I'm behind the camera. If this is on Mama Cherri's channel, or if this is on my channel, Cat's Bag of Crap, then I'm in front of it. Yeah, it's a bit of a catch up, as you will. It's been a bit of a eventful year, to say the least. We're now in end of September, nearly October, and I'm now pretty much healed from the surgery that I had in January of this year, 2018. But it's been a bit of a shaky, bumpy ride, as one might say. So,
I wouldn't say shaky or bumpy. I'd say this daggone bad boy has been earthquakey. So let's carry on.
It hasn't been that bad.
Oh, it has.
It hasn't been that bad.
It has.
It hasn't been that. Yeah, so, I don't even know what I'm talking about, Mike.
All right, what you're talking about is, I have noticed as her mother that the past month has been a struggle. Katrina has been on some serious drugs. I'm going to let her tell you about those drugs, but she's been doing what she should do, weaning off of them. And weaning off of them has turned Cat not into a lion or a tiger or to a cougar, but into a
kitten.
Yeah, a kitten.
A frightened kitten.
A frightened kitten. Seriously, because we are fierce. We're fierce.
It's been a struggle.
All right. So first thing, what was the level of medication you were on?
Okay. So, I've had 3 major operations in the past 5 years, and 2 of them. Well, I had my first operation in 2013 and my second operation in 2015, and my third operation this year, January of 2018. And after operation number 2, which was a big operation, basically they removed the lower part of my colon. So they removed the rectum and they sewed it all up from the inside.
Okay, and for those out there that ain't familiar,
I don't have a bum hole, basically.
Thank you. Those that ain't familiar with the medical terms,
they sewed my bum hole shut.
She buttless.
Basically.
Well, she got a butt, but she ain't got no hole. So carry on.
Got a front butt. Anyway, big operation, very big operation, and in order to be able to heal effectively, I needed to be on a very good pain medication because, you know, if you can imagine, you know, your bottom, that's where you sit, and so it takes a long time to heal. So in order to be able to heal and function at the same time, I needed to be put on quite strong medication, and I was put on fentanyl patches. Now, fentanyl, most of you probably have heard of fentanyl, and there's a massive opioid crisis happening at the moment in the States, which is it's a whole other issue. But it's a very strong synthetic opioid, and it's 100 times stronger than morphine. And it's a very, 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 very strong drug. And I was on fentanyl patches for 3 years. I had my third operation, in January. And since then I've managed to completely wean and stop taking the fentanyl altogether. So I no longer have any patches.
Okay, so those of you, I want you to kind of go back to some of my older videos, and you will notice this patch on her arm.
Yeah, so
that was medication.
I had fentanyl was continually going into my system every day for 3 years. So if you can imagine, that's a very, very long time to be on such a strong painkiller. Now, weaning off of that, it wasn't without its challenges. It was very, very difficult. I had to do it very, very slowly. I mean, in effect, it's akin to heroin addict coming off of heroin. The withdrawal symptoms that you get from that are very, very, very similar, identical. But I did it, and I'm off of it. However, as a result, there have been issues with anxiety, which I've never suffered from, ever. Never suffered from anxiety. But because my body, my brain, almost has been so used to having these chemicals in my system, it's kind of thrown things. And it's almost as if I don't have cravings. It's not like that. I don't wish to be taking the fentanyl anymore. However, the makeup of my body, if you will, is changed. And so it's been quite difficult reconciling that. And so I've been waking up every morning with terrible anxiety and feeling like I'm going to die, actually, if I'm honest. And at times it can be quite frightening. And I know, my brain, I know that I'm fine. I know that nothing's wrong with me. I know that everything's okay.
Okay.
But when you've got physical, when it's manifesting in a physical way, my heart's racing, my breath feels laboured. It is very, very difficult to function.
Okay, well, I think you're sugarcoating this a little bit, Katrina, because I think it's not only the fentanyl. At the same time, you've been reducing on another medication.
Yeah.
And what was that?
Pregabalin, which is another one that's, yeah.
Yeah, see, she forgets these things. I don't forget it because I live with it daily watching her. She has, so at the same time she was reducing from the big mega one, she then started...
speaking really loudly and you're right by the microphone, so it's going to sound like you're shouting.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it will.
It won't.
It will.
It won't.
It will.
So, she has been reducing down off of another one. So, it's a double whammy.
Oh, it's triple. I'm reducing off 3 drugs at the same time.
Okay, so 3 different drugs, and that's hard. So, what's happened as a result? I want y'all to look at this. Look at this right now. So, one of the side effects, and now, if you look at me, I'm probably sweating, because I'm a hot mama. Every time she come to my house, this child gonna be turning on the heat, pulling out the blankets, and I'm with the air conditioning. Go back to the girl.
Freezing. No, it's tough. It's rough. It is rough. But it is what it is. You just have to you just got to keep going, really.
Mm-hmm. So what do you feel the journey is now? What is the end goal at this stage? Because you've been to the doctors.
I can't even think that far ahead. To be honest, I don't think end goal.
I'm talking in terms of your pain medication.
Well, I don't know, Mum. I honestly don't know. I mean, obviously, ultimately, the end game is to be off everything, to not be on any kind of pain medication at all. However, that being said,
you have to be realistic.
I'm looking at another surgery possibly.
Now, why do you feel you're looking at yet another surgery?
Hang on a second.
Hold on, we got the dog barking in the background.
Crazy.
This
What's
is her
going on?
Her service dog.
Barking at nothing.
What's going on?
She's barking at nothing.
She's barking at the spots on your head.
I can look at. Turn around, Ellis. You got a breakout on your head.
Stella.
Thing is, foundation's supposed to cover up the spots. It didn't really work.
Stella.
Okay. Stella, come to mommy. Come to your mommy, Stella. Come on, Stella. You can jump up there on your mommy's lap. Come on. Come on, Stella. Not me. I don't want you. Go to your mommy. There she come to me. I don't want you. Go to your mommy.
There we go.
Alrighty, cool. Now maybe she'll behave.
Right, kids, out.
Out. We're trying to film. Out.
Yeah, you can come off.
No.
Okay, so let's carry on.
Ooh. I don't want kisses on the face. Can you shut the door, please, guys?
Thank you.
So yeah, the operation that I had most recently, I had quite a big operation. It was I had a hernia behind my stoma, and also my stoma had prolapsed, which meant that it was sticking out further than it should be. And that's happened again. I've got another prolapse. I saw my stoma nurse this week, and she's confirmed that it's definitely prolapsed, and it has. So I might have to have that fixed. Although my surgeon was saying that the next step would be to move. So my stoma at the moment is on my right-hand side, and we're probably going to have to move it to the left.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it will be a totally, because this is the 3rd time it's been there. Yeah. So they would move it completely. So that means you're going to have to get used to another whole...
I cannot even think about it.
Okay.
I just can't even begin.
Alrighty. Okay.
I'm not there yet. I'm not processing that yet because,
okay.
I can't even go there.
So can you just kind of because I know there's other people out there, and the reason we do these videos is I know that she's not alone. There's other people who are suffering from similar type of ailments and recovery, but we're here to let you know that it can be done, right, Katrina? I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, of course.
But
I mean, it's, look, at the end of the day, for me, I've been ill for such a long time now. Gosh, since early 20s, really.
Yeah.
And
She looks good at 50, doesn't she?
Less of that, lady. It's been about 20 years that I've been dealing with this. And when you live with long-term illness, you know, you I don't know, your perspective kind of changes a bit. Like, I am grateful for every day.
All right, let me just stop this. All right, children, we're trying to carry on. Chill. Okay, we're back. They what's keep you strong.
Honestly, you know, all joking aside, to be perfectly honest, they are what keep me strong. They are what's kept me alive, actually, when you get right down to it. When you have children, when you're a parent, you know, they have to come first. And so, you know, it was all well and good when I was ill before I had them. I didn't have to, you know, I didn't have to get up if I didn't want to. I didn't have to function if I didn't want to. But when you have kids, you know, you have to. They need you. I'm what, you know, responsible for keeping them alive, and I can't do that unless I'm all right too. So yeah, it's very true. Yeah.
Okay, now there's another thing that's been kind of keeping you down and had you down there for a while, and that had to do with something really basic and something that you'd become quite accustomed to.
Oh Lord, yeah.
And what was that?
So I've been suffering with leaks. So yeah, basically,
When you say leaks, what do people mean leak? How you leak?
Well, the ostomy bag. I'll show you. So I'll just show you. It's just easier if I show you. So this is my ostomy bag, right? And it connects. This is the base plate, so the flange, and that connects to my tummy. And then there's a hole in the middle of the base plate that my stoma sticks out of. Mm-hmm. And then the bag is what the waste goes into.
Yes.
Now, in order for this, you need to get a good seal. So, I'll show you. So you cut. I don't need this bag, so I can do it.
You sure? Is that one of the older bags?
It's one of the old ones.
Okay, so don't go destroying a new one.
I'm not going to destroy a new one. I haven't got any scissors anyway. So you basically, you get a template. So this is the shape of my stoma, okay? And so you place this over the top of the bag. You draw, you trace it round. This is too small. And then you cut into that shape. And then it's this part that goes over. So this is sticky. Imagine that this is cut properly. Mm-hmm. And then that goes over the stoma. Your stoma pokes through the hole of the correct size.
Okay, do it on that side. Yeah.
So imagine this is my stoma. Imagine this is my stoma. It goes over like that, and it sticks onto your tummy.
Right.
Okay. And my stoma would be sticking through here. Mm-hmm. Now, if this seal isn't correct, if it's too big or it's too small, when the waste comes out of my body through the stoma and into the bag, it can seep underneath here and it gets on the skin. And when that happens, because the waste is quite acidic, it burns and it hurts. Ow, ooh, that was arthritis. It burns and it hurts. And so what was happening is my new stoma that was created in January, it kept changing shape, and because it had prolapsed and it stuck out, and I was having issues basically. And the bags that I was wearing, they weren't the correct size. And so what was happening was every single day, waste was coming and through the seal. I wasn't getting a good enough seal. And I was suffering with burning, basically, leaks on my skin every single day. And I kind of resigned myself as, you know what, it is what it is. I just have to change my bag more often. I'm not going to get a decent seal. I just have to deal with it. But then...
And it wasn't always like that?
No, it wasn't always like that. It's been since surgery in January.
Okay.
But then I went to a conference a couple of weeks ago up in Birmingham and spoke to some other stoma nurses, and they said, no, that's ridiculous. You don't have to put up with that. There are solutions that we can come up with. So I went to see my stoma nurse, and she changed me to a different type of bag. So I'll show you. And they've stopped, which is
Yeah, I
great.
spoke to her this morning, and
So-
for the first time in a long time, I could hear relief
Yeah.
in her voice. And she was going, Mom, you're not going to believe it, you're not going to believe it, you're not going to... And I'm thinking, well, she ain't pregnant, because I know that ain't on the cards. But I figured something must have happened in terms of her journey.
So this is what's known as a one-piece bag. What that means is the base plate, which is this part that sticks to your tummy, is connected to the bag, right? That's a one-piece, and that's what I've always worn. I've now swapped to what's known as a two-piece bag. So what that means is this is the base plate, and it's separate. So when I cut and I stick it on top of my stoma's sticking out. It means I can see what's happening. It means that I can there's special paste that you can get to get into all the holes and the crevices to make sure that my seal is tight. And then once that is done, the bag then clips on. Hang on. Yeah. The bag then clips on like this to the base plate. And that's that. So when I need to do a bag change, rather than having to take everything off, I just disconnect the bag, get rid of it.
Wow.
Give it a little bit of a clean. My stoma's still sticking out, and put a new bag on. And it means that the base plate can stay on my skin for up to a week because I've got a good seal. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Whereas before,
Exactly.
I had to keep changing this, which was contributing to the breakdown of my skin.
Yeah.
So I've gone to a two-piece system, and it's so much better.
Good.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that's resolved now.
So that's why I said to Katrina, you need to let people know about these two steps.
Yeah.
It's a bit like moving from a one piece to a bikini.
Basically.
She's into a bikini, showing off.
Bikini of the stoma bags, yeah. So I've changed my system, which is good.
Which is really good.
It's in the bin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, also, because I am very conscious that, I do cooking videos to help people who don't know how to cook. And I think it's important that Katrina does these sort of videos to help people who are suffering in silence.
Oh gosh, please don't suffer in silence.
Because there's a lot of people who do suffer in silence.
Please don't.
Don't.
I mean, honestly, look, I've said it many, many times. I mean, I suffered for a long, long time. It's embarrassing, let's face it. If it's things that's happening, embarrassing illnesses. For instance, my disease is to do with the intestines and poo, basically. People don't like to talk about stuff like that. People think it's disgusting, or they think people won't want to know. And as a result, people are suffering for a long time, and they don't have to be. You're not on your own. I guarantee anybody that's going through there's going to be somebody else out there that's suffering with something similar. I think as a society, we need to be more open, and we need to talk more about what's going on, especially when it comes to things that are slightly embarrassing. If there's anyone out there that suffers from any kind of pain or discomfort when they go to the toilet, go and see your doctor. Please go and get yourself checked out. Also, one thing that's struck me recently, I've been talking to lots of other people in the community, other people with ostomies like me, people that have suffered with diseases such as Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis or cancer, colon cancer, whatever. When we were diagnosed and we were talked through our treatment options, surgery was something that was left till last. It was almost sold to us as the last resort. Like, we're going to try absolutely everything first. We're going to throw all these drugs at you. And if, unfortunately, they don't work, then you can have an operation. But we're not going to talk about that because hopefully that won't have to happen. That has to change. We need to start recognising that surgery is a treatment option, and it's a viable treatment option. I mean, for goodness sakes, I was on chemotherapy. One of the drugs that I was on it was an old style chemotherapy drug. I lost my hair as a result because I was so desperate to not have to have surgery, because the way it had been sold to me was that it was the last resort. It was the thing we definitely didn't want to happen. Okay, yeah, life isn't perfect. Okay, yeah, I've had my challenges since having my operation. However, my life since having my surgery is 100 times better than it was before. I wish that I'd had my surgery 10 years before I did. I really wish that when I was diagnosed, it had been presented to me in a fashion that surgery is a treatment option. It's one of many. We'll talk about it because it may happen, it may not. We're not going to talk about it because that's the last thing we want to happen. That has to change. If you're out there and you're suffering, if you've got inflammatory bowel disease or any of these other conditions and your medical team has discussed the possibility of surgery with you, I implore you to do your research, look into it, speak to people that have had these operations, ask them what their lives have been like since having their operations. Know that having an ostomy isn't a tragedy. It's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing that can happen to you. In fact, for me, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. It's given me my life back. Okay, right now, things aren't amazing, but that's just a blip. On the balance of things, honestly, if I could go back, I'd have had my surgery many more years before I did, because it transformed my life for the better. And it really isn't the end of the world. You know, it really isn't. And put it this way, before I had surgery, I was single. I was a single parent. I had 2 kids. I was on my own. And I was like, oh no, couldn't possibly have surgery. Couldn't possibly have a bag. Who's going to love a girl that has to poo in a bag? Let me tell you this. Life's good. Just gonna leave that there. Still single, but mingling.
Okay, guys. So, get yourself in order, because love is out there. Bag or no bag, it don't matter. Love is love. Look at, can I, I'm doing this. Can I be seen?
Yes.
Love is love.
Be seen.
Even with a bag. Go for it. Get your groove back. Okay. All right, we're going to end that one now, but I also want people to realize that Katrina has done a fabulous one-woman show called Cat's Bag of Crap.
Yeah.
And we're going to get that uploaded to our exclusive page on our website.
Yeah.
And you can go there and watch her journey. And if we can't find the original, then we're just going to redo it again. And it may even go up as readings. I think if we do it as readings.
Serialize it.
Yeah, we can do it as a serial.
Let's do that. Let's just do that.
So we're going to do that.
Let's just do that.
Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it. We're just going to re-put it up there. I can do it.
Just episodic.
And we'll do little episode after episode.
Yeah. We'll do
what the heck? Look at that dog. Look at that dog. Chop, behave yourself. Alrighty. Okay, Eden. You having a good day?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we're talking about your mommy's what?
Stoma.
Yes.
What is mummy's?
What is the stoma, Eden?
It's what you poo out of.
Why? Why do I have a stoma?
Because you have a surgery or whatever.
I had a surgery. Why did I have to have surgery? Can you remember?
Because something was happening to your stoma.
See, the thing about it is Eden has lived
He's 2.
since he was 2, so it's so natural to him. It's not a big deal. Okay then, so we will see you on the other side
See you soon.
of the poo bag.
Mom!
Goodbye.
Wow.